So my experience with being involved with campus ministry was when I first got to Sinclair, I was questioning a lot about my faith. I had already had a church, a home church that I went to, and I grew up with a religious family where religious and spiritual values were very important. And I had lots of questions and I had some doubts, and I wanted a place that was safe and friendly and comfortable to talk about these things, where I wouldn't necessarily feel pressured to have a certain response or answer. And I found that in campus ministry, because people said, oh, hey, there's a campus ministry and they do these events and they talk with everybody, and people from different religions and backgrounds, ethnicities can just talk. And I thought that sounded almost too good to be true. So I went in there and I met Jane, who became someone that was very important in my life, and still is to this day. And I started making blessing beads, and I would go in there just to relax at first, just to relax and unwind and talk to other people about different questions of faith and spirituality, not to get into anything too specific. And then I was really excited because they were getting a new member in, who ended up being, I call him Pastor Larry, even though that's not what everybody else calls him. That's what I call him. And I was very excited and very comfortable to talk to him, because he is such an easygoing and laid-back person, and he's very understanding, and he's just not judgmental, which is kind of rare to find in people, especially in certain professions where you assume certain individuals aren't going to behave in a certain manner. So my experiences with the campus ministry were that not only was I able to go there and just relax and be comfortable in my own skin, was that I could go there and I could talk to Larry, for example, and I could ask him difficult questions that I might feel if I had asked somebody else of a particular faith. For example, for me it's Christianity, where people that I sometimes grew up around, I would get a very strict answer, and there was no flexibility. You couldn't question certain things, and you couldn't, you really couldn't, like, your mind couldn't wander, because it wouldn't be seen as appropriate. And with him, I could ask hard questions, any question really, in regards to a particular faith, and he would listen, which is very important. And he didn't just listen for opportunity to jump in and talk. He really listened. And if you had a question and he wasn't sure how to answer it, he would talk to you about where the question came from and why were you feeling that way. And he wouldn't demonize you for it. And he might recommend, for example, he might recommend a book that have more information that he could offer, because he's not going to give you an answer just to appease you for whatever it is that you're curious about. So he engaged me in conversation and was accepting of me and made me feel comfortable, and that allowed me the opportunity to let my mind wander and seek the answers and accept the answers that I found, partially through him helping for some guidance and him just letting me be comfortable to ask those questions, and then just find the answers on my own, which everybody eventually will do, because everybody has, not everybody, but people have their own faith and their own higher power, and it's a good place that you can go to be comfortable and ask questions and find other people who are asking similar questions or who have similar backgrounds as well. So you can go there to find good people, like I did, make friends. I still have friends from campus ministry. I still have my blessing beads. I still make them. And so you can have fun and be comfortable and let your mind wander. And I think that's the best way I'm going to summarize it, honestly.